So Logan Paul and Nina Agdal are having a baby together, and the world rejoices that there's going to be another kid brought into this world by celebrity parents. Yes! Now, obviously, if you clicked on this video, you know that we're going towards an accusation that someone made about who the father of the kid was, and I'm going to discuss that since I talk about the Dillon Danis and Logan Paul situation all the time. Actually, I guess Logan Paul, Nina Agdal, Dillon Danis thing all the time since they have an active lawsuit going on. And Dillon does not shy away from poking the bear. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't understand the nature of this lawsuit if Dillon can still do what he's doing on Twitter and that has no effect on the lawsuit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what Dillon Danis is saying about their, situation with the baby. And then we're going to ask some questions about, what's going on there? Like, what are they suing him for if that is not covered by, I don't understand. So anyway, we're going to talk about that. They had this gender reveal party, which is, I don't know. Kind of weird, dude. I don't know, man. Like this is a whole thing of making a spectacle of these things has always been very bizarre to me. It's something I don't do. I don't even throw myself birthday parties. And I'm not saying that that's normal. It's actually probably weird in the opposite direction. But hey guys, I want everyone to know this thing and we're going to throw an event so that everybody gets to find out. Maybe that's fun. I don't know. Maybe that's fun. I just, these things that are hey, it's mandatory that you come do this thing to come celebrate me has always just struck me as super, super weird. Anyway, so we're going to talk about that. And then we've got some other stuff to talk about, which is related to the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fight. And we're going to, get some updates there because the reaction to the story that it's now going to be an officially sanctioned bout has been very weird to me. And so we're going to talk about that again, because we just have to. And a preview of that conversation is going to go a little something like this. There seems to be a correlation between people who say Jake Paul sucks at boxing and now people saying that he's going to kill Mike Tyson. So I think there must be a disconnect in terms of people's opinions here because you can't have it both ways. You can't say Jake Paul sucks at boxing and also think that he's going to dislodge Mike Tyson's brain because Mike Tyson is so old. Okay, you can't have both of those things true at once unless what's actually going on is you just want to hate on Jake Paul, which is fine if that's what you want to do. But I'm just saying, think logically. Do you think Jake Paul's a good boxer? Yes or no? No. Do you think that this is a really stupid bout? Yes. And why is it stupid? Mike's 60, man. Mike is 60. You're going to kill him in there. Who's going to kill him? Jake Paul. Obviously, he's 28 years old. Jake Paul, the guy who you just said sucks at boxing, right, is going to kill Mike Tyson. Who you are watching footage of looking like he could decapitate basically anyone in a boxing match. That's right. All right, so again, we're going to come back to that because maybe Jake Paul sucks at boxing. But if he sucks at boxing, then Mike's going to kill him, right? I'm just saying. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do. So buckle up and go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And let's buckle in. I'm so happy for them. Just kidding. So let's start here. Logan Paul and fiance Nina Agdal that reveal the sex of their baby in a bizarre wrestling match. So real quick, let's just go through how they did the gender reveal. Look, let me just say something really quick. This is a family thing, right? They get the families together. They reveal the gender. I am not going to hate on this because I'm not a psycho, okay? Just feels like it's in bad taste for me to shit on them doing a gender reveal party with their families and tell their family that they are, having a girl, spoiler. The thing is, though, then I remember that they also put it on social media, did a whole thing, and then promoted Prime with it. And so I'm like, all right, well, I guess it's fair game then. You know what I mean? I guess it's fair game, right? That's one of those things look, if you do a gender reveal party with your family, it's a beautiful thing. Oh, my God, we're having a girl. And, oh, hugs, hugs, hugs. I'm not going to hate on that. I'm not a fucking psycho. But you put it on social media and you plug Prime. So is it something I would have done if I owned Prime? Probably, but I would have known that green lights me to hate on it. So, I'm not hating on it, but I could definitely make fun of it. Okay. So, first thing in this sentence. So everyone is wondering who the real father of the baby is. Wait, what? Who said that? What? There's something wacky in announcing the gender of their baby when they don't know who the father. Are you? What? I'm just kidding. That's not really in the article, you guys. That's what Dillon says, as you will see shortly in hilarious fashion. So apparently they did something like where they did a wrestling match between someone dressed in blue and someone dressed in pink, and it was really, really beautiful. And here's Logan and Nina. I guess if they were wearing these colors, everyone should have known anyway. Or maybe this is after. See, this is like a family thing. There's just pops. I'm not going to hate on this, dude. I can't. I really can't, actually. You know what? I just can't hate on this at all, period. Let's watch Nina.
Why the socks?
Honestly, I'm only hating on them because they're trying to bankrupt Dillon, dude. Like, I just can't. Like, it's one of those overwhelming things. It's like, are you fucking serious? Anyway, so two fighters, one dressed in blue, one dressed in pink. So bottom line, they're having a girl. Okay, so whoa. I'm sorry. Is that Kim Kardashian looking kind of naked and Paige Van Zandt getting buck naked? Anyway, so what are we talking about? That's right. So they're having a girl, and that is what the headline is on the gender reveal. And now we switch gears to what Dillon Danis' response to them announcing that they were having a baby was. I think this was before the gender was revealed. Here's what Dillon Danis put on X. And I want to say in advance that I am going to give some commentary on Dillon's, ongoing thing with them, because I can't judge anybody who is dealing with lawyers all day long, having to fight off a frivolous, idiotic lawsuit that, there's no defense for it. It's ridiculous that they're still suing him. Like, if Logan wanted to sue Dillon because he injured him when he smashed a microphone in his face, that would be one of those things that at least you kind of I'm telling you right now, if that happened, people would hate on it a little bit, but they'd be like, bro, he did hit him with a fucking 25-pound microphone with sharp edges. That's pretty fucking insane. You know what I mean? But suing him because he was teasing your fiance in ways that are sharing publicly, available media, that's just ludicrous. But anyway, so here's what Dillon put up. He went on, or whoever did this, went on ChatGPT or whatever AI thing, and they were like, please create a family that resembles Logan Paul and Nina Agdal and a black baby. And this is as close as they can get to Logan Paul and Nina Agdal without it violating their we don't actually make content that looks exactly like the person clause, which is really frustrating. I can't, it's so weird on ChatGPT. Every once in a while, it's like that thing doesn't work. And I'll be like, create a fighter that looks like Conor McGregor, and they will make Conor exactly. And Dana White, exactly. And then sometimes you do it and they'll just they do this, it's very frustrating. If there was anything I could jailbreak on AI, it would be that. Oh, by the way, I have a thing I'm going to tell you right after this thing that we do with Dillon Danis. Right after this portion of the video, I'm going to take a super quick point and show you guys something, because there's this story that just came out of, I can't remember what state, but there was a teacher who got fired who made in Baltimore, they made a fake AI recording of the principal who fired them saying all this racist stuff. Everyone believed it. They went completely crazy. It was a digital recording, of the teacher. It sounds completely real, dude. But it ended up being artificial intelligence, and it ended up being a guy who got fired who tried to frame him. And I'm going to show you how good that AI stuff is, because I made one of Ariel, just so it's we're all on the same page, and it's a fucking joke. It's a joke, Ariel. It's a fucking joke in advance. But I'm going to let you guys hear it just because, if you hear a digital recording of someone saying something, you better fucking get validated that it's really them, because it's unbelievable how easy it is now to fake shit. Anyway, so continuing on, here is now what Dillon Danis said. Wait, what's this one? Oh, yeah, he's doing the thing of how all their guys get beat. I may have been the one who pointed that out to everybody. Okay, so here is Dillon. Who's the father? So who's the father? Okay. So it's one tweet, and yes, I'm doing an entire video about this, and I'll tell you exactly why. Either either this is crazy town because this is going to eventually be in the lawsuit or the however they're going to settle this thing, right? They're going to be in court. They're going to show this to whoever is making the decision on whether or not Dillon owes them money or not. Okay. If you think that like there's the law and then there is the reality, which is there's a person who's going to make the decision, right? And so if someone is like, man, this guy is a fucking asshole, I don't like this guy, they're going to fuck you. And I say this as a warning to Dillon. Like, I obviously have done 10 million videos saying that this is bullshit that they're suing him. But you also, Dillon Danis, have to live in the world that you live in, which is you ultimately are going to end up in front of someone who's going to decide the fate of this case and put a judgment against you if you lose. And stuff like this is going to lead to you owing more money if you lose. Now, here's the other thing. I think that I don't understand why I'm the only person that's still putting pressure on Logan and them to drop the lawsuit. I think that's kind of ridiculous. I think it's like people have like forgotten about it. And I just can't because it's so close to home. The idea of intentionally bankrupting someone for any reason, especially a new father when you are a billionaire. So listen, like this kind of thing makes it challenging for like, okay, what's the right way to put this? If I were Logan and Nina and I had an active lawsuit and there was a possibility maybe I would drop it, as soon as he put this up, I'm like, fuck him, dude. Fuck him, So like, listen, Dillon can do whatever he wants. He is a troll. He's the best of all time at doing this, dude. No one trolls better than Dillon. But I'm just saying, this kind of thing is going to be bad in court. And it's also, just takes away any chance that this fuckhead would drop the lawsuit. Like if it were me, I would be manipulating him in the opposite direction where I would just be nice, like I would just be nice listen, dude, undercover. I'd be like, fuck this pussy. You know what I mean? But like publicly until this case got shut down, as soon as they dropped the case, then maybe I'd start fucking with him again. But I don't know. I mean, who knows, dude? I don't know what the hell I would do. I would imagine that Dillon is furious about this lawsuit and he just never stops. It's so funny, dude. He just never stops. So also switching gears to the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson portion of this video. This is a good segue because Dillon and Jake talked about that fight also. So I'm going to show you that. But first, I want to show you the aerial recording. So hang tight. Okay, so real quick. I made this. This is not really Ariel saying this. I made this. It is a deep fake. It is completely fake. And I did it in 3 minutes. Think of how much better you could do if you actually took time and wanted to frame someone. I'm just using this as an example of like, you can make people say whatever you want. So keep that in mind as recordings start coming out over the next 6 months, like over the next 6 months during the election or in the future of any kind. If there's just a voice recording of someone, no face, you need to be very skeptical of it until you hear the real thing. So here's Ariel. Here's a deep fake that I made in 3 minutes.
My name is Ariel Helwani, and after Dana White took my press pass, I was so desperate to get it back that I offered to give blowjobs to the entire UFC executive team. Dana still said no, and I was devastated.
It's only funny because I thought of it in 1 second. I was like, God, if I was going to make a deep fake of someone in MMA, like, who should it be? It's like, Ariel offering BJ's to get his press pass back. First thing I thought of. Literally, this whole thing took 3 minutes. So again, be very skeptical of deep fakes. Ariel, I'm just joking. It's a fucking joke, dude. It was just a joke. It was just a fucking joke. I'm sorry that I landed on you. It's not meant to be mean. It just sounded kind of funny to me, and I'm not a perfect person. All right, so now let's go over here. We're going to switch gears to Jake Paul, Mike Tyson again, and let's look at this. Okay, so when the bout got announced that it was a full throttle, kill match, right? Someone's getting knocked out. Knockouts are allowed. Everybody gets to go full throttle. The reason for, Jake Paul said, what are y'all going to say now? And Dillon Danis said, well, he's 60. He walks with a cane when he's not in a wheelchair. In reality, you beating him means nothing. Fight someone your own age. Oh, yeah, I forgot. You'll lose. So, right, like that. I mean, Dillon hates Jake, and he's allowed to do all that. And also, I just want to point this out, dude. Dillon had a really very kind thing that he posted for Francis, yesterday. Like, I know we're totally switching kind of like energy in this video, but I feel like, he said, I know I've said a lot about Francis, but at the end of the day in martial arts, we are all one. Totally agree. That's why I always defend Dillon Danis against this Logan Paul lawsuit. It's fucking bullshit. And he said, this is a terrible tragedy that I wouldn't wish on anyone. Sending prayers, brother, stay strong. See, like, Dillon is not a bad guy, man. You know what I mean? He's not a fucking bad guy. He's a troll. It's not okay to try to bankrupt this guy, dude. It's just not okay. It actually pisses me off that I'm the only one that still talks about it. Anyway, okay, so this is another thing that happened that I just figured I would talk about. So Mike Malchik says, Kendrick went at Drake's sexuality, manhood, family, race, identity, and even his city, but his main angle was making it clear that even if Drake is commercially the GOAT, he will never be loved by the culture. Drake's response will show how deep that cut is for him. And Dillon said, but when I did it to Logan, you cried. Shut up, bitch. Go back to cheeseburger reviews. You're not built for this. See, he just fucks with these guys constantly, dude. Wait a minute. He posted that one up 3 times. Oh, no, it's just like, what? Oh, he reposted it twice. Okay, got it. Anyway, so who's he following, though? Tristan Tate, Candace Owens, Connor, Andrew Tate, Crypto Bitlord, and Aiden Ross. How did Aiden Ross get on that list, dude? Anyway, they're buddies. I forgot. Okay, how the fuck am I not on there, Dillon? Jesus, are you kidding me? So, let's talk about Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. All right. So really quick, okay? I wanted to point something out to you guys. If you guys did not see the interview in my previous video about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, the one that I just put out, Sugar Shane Mosley and Roy Jones Jr. are talking about this fight, okay? And actually, I'll show you a little bit of that. So we start right here where Shane Mosley asks Roy Jones about fighting Mike Tyson. Roy Jones Jr., who has been in there 2 years ago.
You did the exhibition. What do you feel about Tyson when you did the exhibition with Tyson?
Mike Tyson's still the strongest puncher that I ever been in the ring with, ever. At 55 at the time, now I think he's 57, about to be 58. He's still the strongest puncher I've ever been in the ring with. First time he hit me in my chest, I feel like a mule had kicked me in my chest. So if he hits anybody on the chin with a shot like that, they're going either out or they're going down, especially guys that are not used to being hit like that. You know what I'm saying? With the exception of people like Evander Holyfield and Lewis, these guys are bigger and they can take it, but Jake Paul, I don't think he's going to be able to take that and might hit him on the chin like that.
Okay, so right out of the gate, that's Roy Jones' opinion, okay? And then later on, they break down this fight in terms of like what they think. I'll just tell you, right? So Roy Jones, they're talking about how this fight's going to go. And Roy Jones says straight up that there is no scenario where Jake Paul is able to keep Mike Tyson away from him. Like, he's not going to be able to keep him away from him because Mike Tyson closes distance too well. Roy Jones, I'm way better at keeping people away than Jake Paul, and I couldn't keep him away. He's not going to be able to keep him away, so he's going to have to do other things. And Sugar Shane Mosley says the following. He says, I don't really understand why they took this fight. And part of what they were saying was about how it was an exhibition with Roy Jones. That was the big reveal the day before they announced that it was a full, an actual pro bout, was that it was an exhibition, and that in the exhibition, they were not allowed to try to knock each other out, okay? So now they're allowed to knock each other out. And so you put all of these things together. Roy Jones Jr., the most credible source of information in boxing ever, saying that Jake Paul will not be able to keep Mike Tyson away from him. Mike Tyson is too strong and too fast, and he hits harder than anyone Roy Jones has ever been hit by in his entire career. Do you understand what kind of people have hit Roy Jones in his career? Like, do we really need to compare Jake Paul pedigree to Roy Jones pedigree? Of course not. Okay. So and here's the point. I'm not trying to hate on Jake Paul. What I'm trying to say is, like, these are experts, okay? Like Sugar Shane Mosley and Roy Jones, these are stone experts. If you think that your opinion is more valid than theirs, you're out of your fucking mind. And so it basically comes down to this. Skills, Tyson. Speed, maybe even right now with Jake at 28 and whatever, and Tyson, whatever. Power, Tyson, okay? Ability to close business. This is Tyson. The ability to take the fight where they want it to go. Like, Mike Tyson literally wins in every single category at age 58, okay? And there is one factor, which is Jake is younger. Jake's body might be a little bit more resilient, and everybody thinks that Mike Tyson's going to get knocked out. Okay, so like when these guys got knocked out, Think about the guys that Jake Paul's knocked out, right? He knocked out Tyron Woodley. That's not a no big deal thing, dude. Tyron Woodley was the UFC welterweight champion for a long time while fucking Jake Paul was at Nickelodeon, okay? But it's still Tyron Woodley, welterweight champion in mixed martial arts, okay? And the thing that he caught him with was he looked low and then just came over the top with a right, okay? Like Tyron Woodley was standing stationary when it happened. Show me where Mike Tyson stands stationary, and if someone throws a punch, he either just goes like this and keeps his head in the same place. Like, you're talking about world-class defensive boxer. The odds of Jake Paul being able to land something substantial on Mike are not high. That's the whole thing. Is like, he might, dude, if he does and he knocks out, this is my whole point, is if he knocks out Mike Tyson, I hate the idea that everybody's just going to go, well, of course, Mike Tyson's 58 years old. Like, it's like Jake Paul did not accomplish an incredible thing if he does win. In my opinion, he's not going to. But I mean, I don't know anything, dude. What the fuck do I know? I don't know any more than anybody else. But everybody's like commentary on this to me is ludicrous because you're like, okay, yeah, Mike's 58 and Jake Paul was in fucking Nickelodeon 5 years ago. Do you know what I mean? Like, so my point is like these guys that are trying to be like, oh my God, he's going to hurt Mike Tyson. Every time that I kind of go back and look at their other commentary about Jake Paul, they talk about how he sucks at boxing. Okay? Like almost every single time. They're like, he's not good, dude. He's just not very good. Like, he's obviously not very good. He couldn't fight a real fighter. And you're like, okay, but you think he's going to kill Mike Tyson? And again, I've talked about this every single time. Maybe not every time, but I will talk about it again this time. Everyone is comparing Mike Tyson to Evander Holyfield when Evander Holyfield fought Vitor Belfort. And I showed 2 side-by-side videos of Evander hitting mitts and moving around and Tyson now hitting mitts. You are talking about a completely different universe, dude. Evander Holyfield was like off the couch at age 60 and his brain damage is so much more advanced than Mike's. So much more advanced. It's like, if you are older and you watch these two guys' career, Evander Holyfield took more head trauma than fucking anyone because he was one of those guys that was just completely down to sit in the pocket, take a shot to give a shot, and they would just trade back and forth. And you were like, fuck, dude, this guy is just impossible to get out of there. He's so gangster. The guy was just tough as nails. But that shit adds up. And then when that guy's 60, he just goes down. Like, where is the evidence that, like, where is this evidence that Mike is just going to crumble as soon as he gets touched, man? I don't understand it. So if Mike Tyson wins, that doesn't mean that Jake Paul's the worst. It doesn't mean that he like didn't have balls getting in there. It just means Mike Tyson is one of the best boxers ever and he's still a fucking killer. If he knocks out Jake Paul, I promise you everyone's going to be all, dude, they should get him a real fucking heavyweight bout. Like, put him in there with Deontay Wilder. I absolutely guarantee you that if Mike Tyson knocks out Jake Paul in the first round, without a fucking shred of doubt, someone is going to be saying, get him Deontay Wilder or get him fucking Francis Ngannou. I guarantee it. I absolutely guarantee it. It's like, and if Jake knocks out Mike Tyson, people are going to be like, well, he's 58, and they're going to give him no credit. As if they have not been watching Mike Tyson train. It's like, do you not see what you're looking at? Tyson looks fucking terrifying, man. So I don't know, dude. I just don't like it because I'm excited for this fucking fight. I have no shame about that. And it's like, it's more, listen, here's the main point. The fight's happening. It's going to be a huge event. Like, it's going to be a huge fucking event. It's on Netflix. Like, isn't it more fun if we just get excited about it, dude? Like, if we all just get excited and quit hating on it, like, I don't know, you know? I mean, in the aftermath, if Jake, like, touches Mike with a jab and Mike just goes, you know, like fucking Chuck Liddell versus Tito, if that happens, then I will absolutely eat shit. I promise you. I give you guys my word that if Jake Paul hits Mike Tyson with a jab and Mike Tyson just crumbles like fucking Chuck Liddell did against Tito, I will literally come on here and be like, I was fucking wrong, dude. I was completely wrong this whole time. I wasted everybody's time. Tyson absolutely should have never been in there. You guys were right. But if Tyson starts as Jake Paul, I want everyone to go, goddamn, Jesse on Fire has a good eyeball for fucking scary-ass punchers and scary-ass boxers. Mike Tyson never stops moving his goddamn head. Why did we think that Jake Paul was going to be able to land super easy? I don't understand. What were we thinking? Hate. Anyway, that's enough for today. I love you guys. Subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell. Bye.